Now the whole process in the MSTU was we accumulated, not only in the Ranchettes, but a whole other lot of neighborhoods around the county, a bunch of requests to pave their roads. You accepted petitions that were generated by the neighbors. You accepted them in and said, yes, when we get the money, we will go pave your road. We came to you about a year and a half ago and said, based on current estimated cost, we're not going to be able to fund all these projects. They're costing a whole lot more than we ever expected them to cost. And you directed us at that point in time to accept no new petitions. Don't take any. If the neighbor says, how can I get my road paved? We're not in that business right now. We're trying just to deal for the next few years with what we already have accepted for the past few years. And we re-petitioned, and probably at this point I want to say some 60 to 70% of the neighbors that we've sent re-petitions to, not only here but otherwise, have said yes, we still want you to continue to pave in our neighborhood. Some have said no, we're not interested at the higher price. Our position would be, we'd like the board to direct staff to continue our current policy. Let us see if we're going to have enough money to handle all the requests that we've already received, and not add a road like Fargo in, because we've said no to a bunch of others over the last year and a half when people have called and said, you know, how could I get mine? And we've said, county policy is to not accept any more petitions at this point in time. And I would just like to slightly correct that I think the conversation this morning with Deputy County Engineer Tanya McConnell was, if and when the board opens up the policy to potentially accept new petitions, we'll make a specific call to him and his neighbors and say, here's the petition. If you at that point want to come into the process and can show that you gain 51% of your neighbors' interest, we'll be glad to entertain you. But until that point in time where we know we have enough money to do what we've already committed to, and I can't sit in front of you today and say we have that. The bid that we're going to get in 2 weeks will make a big difference as to the ones to the back of the line that have been sitting there already for 2 or 3 or 4 years waiting for us to get there. I don't think it's fair or right to accept into the program this additional road and this additional expenditure over and above those that we've already accepted for the last few years.